so easy right now to tell you that you're the one for me. I've been thinking a long time, maybe we could rewrite our history. So come with me and we'll take on the world. There's nothing that you and I won't see. It's so easy to tell you, baby, you're the one for me. You're the one for me. We've had our ups and downs, that's for sure. I swear I never found something so pure. Right now I doubt if I could want you more. I don't say this enough.
Hi everyone, I hope that everybody is doing so good. It has been forever since I've been able to sit down and film a video for various reasons that I plan to get into in a different video. This video is specifically to talk about my engagement, the proposal, and everything around it. So I have been wanting to make this video for a long time. We actually got engaged in June. For you guys that don't know or haven't been following my channel or are new here, my fiance's name is Dustin. We've been dating for just about 3 years, just shy a few months, and we're super in love and we're gonna get married, and I'm really excited. So I wanted to sit and talk to you guys all about it today. I had a problem originally with getting the proposal footage onto my computer. For some reason it wouldn't read the files or something, so it's taken forever to get all my issues sorted out. But you're gonna see clips from the actual proposal. I think I'll probably put music behind just because there's a separate audio file, but it's kind of hard to adjust the sound because we were outside and everything. So I'm going to tell you guys everything that was said and whatnot, but I have pulled up on my phone questions that you guys asked me for forever ago when I said I was originally going to do this video, and then everything else happened. So I'm going to go ahead and address two that my lashes are too much. I had already glued them down though, and I was like, alright, so this is what we're doing, but these are not my favorite. My eyelids literally feel heavy and I'm hating it, but that's where we are today. Sometimes that's how life goes. So on my Instagram, the fiance tag that I said I was going to do with Dustin, I'm going to answer those questions here because I haven't answered those and those were forever ago. And then I think I did one other post asking if you guys had any questions that I will answer those too. So the first is, have you guys discussed where you'll live after you tie the knot? We're going to stick pretty close to where we are right now. Probably not close to, or as close I guess to where I live, but more close to where Dustin lives, just because my work is there, and if we can find something close enough to the major highway, then it'll be easy for him. It just makes the most sense, we think, to live in that kind of direction. Also, that city versus my city, there's a lot more potential to buy land, and that's really what we want in a house, is a good piece of land and privacy instead of living side by side to another house. How did you two meet and where was your first date? So me and Dustin meeting is my favorite story ever. I think I have a full video on it. If I do, I'll link it, and if I don't, I'm going to give you guys the condensed version now, and if you want the whole thing, I can tell you that. But basically, me and Dustin met at my work. I actually got to shampoo him the very first day I ever saw him for a stylist I was working with at the time. In our first date, we went to the movies, and I made sure to get there really early so I could buy my own ticket so that he didn't buy mine for me, which is crazy because it was a date. But our first date after that, that was a for real, we both knew we were on a date kind of date. We got burgers and we went again to the movie theater and saw Indiana Jones that they were playing in a special theater that plays old movies. When do you plan on moving in together, before or after the wedding? And she also asked, do you have a date set? So we plan on moving in after the wedding together, and we do have a date set now. It took forever to actually find all the information and plan everything, which I have videos on all that coming up too. But basically, after we got all that sorted out, also the main factor for setting the date was Dustin's brother is overseas right now. He's on a missions trip, and we needed to check that he was going to be able to fly home for the wedding. So our wedding date is March 3rd. 2018. The next is, did you know it was coming? So this is my favorite part of this. I very much knew that it was coming. I actually had been working out because we were going to go to the beach that following Monday. So he asked me on a Wednesday, we were going to go that Monday, take a day trip to Tybee Island, and I was positive it was happening that day. I was on the phone with my grandma and I was laughing about it because I was I don't know if he thinks I I am not aware or don't know or something, but I know he's going to ask on Monday. So I was working out, so like I'd look really good in my bathing suit and all the pictures for it. I got my hair done and everything. And I had asked Dustin just to make sure that my nails didn't look bad so that I could like post tons of pictures with my ring, which really looking back at it, that was a dumb thing to be concerned about, but for some reason it was. So Wednesday, or I guess Tuesday night of that week, Dustin was like, I want to give you some money to go get your nails done. Dustin's never said anything like that before, never given me money for like a manicure or anything like that. So to me, this still isn't like a red flag though, because I was like, yeah, he wants me to get my nails done because he's gonna ask me on Monday. So I was like, okay, well, his excuse for that was because I had worked really hard that week, and I was like, okay. So I went Wednesday morning, I got my nails done, and I got these really long white acrylic nails, and I got a design on both of my ring fingers, and I told the guy that I needed a design on that finger because I was going to get proposed to. I was going to get engaged on Monday, and I was pretty sure. And then a few hours later, I was engaged. So I very much did not expect it that day. I did know that it was coming, but it took me completely off guard. Another question is, what are some tips to maintain a healthy Christian relationship? I like this question a lot. That's something that I'm in the process of working on really hard right now, not just with me and Dustin, but with myself, and making sure that when we get married, I'm going to be like everything that I need to be as far as a wife goes. But me and Dustin do devotions together right now as much as we can. We try to make that a priority for every day that we are physically with each other. And I think that a big tip on that is just to discuss it a lot, discuss where you are and where you would like to be, and check in with one another. So one big part of that I feel like is to tell each other what you would like to be. So like me sitting down with Dustin and telling him, this is what I want to be like in my Christian walk, this is where I want to be, these are things I want to do, so that he can check in with me to see if I'm doing any of those or how to support me on any of those, or so on and so forth. I can do the same for him to make sure that he's doing everything. A good example of that is he has an alarm set on his phone that's like, ask Sarah if she did her devotion today. Just a little friendly reminder, like, this is something you want and I'm going to help you get there. Next is, do you think your relationship will change after getting married? And if so, in which way? Also, do y'all plan on writing your own vows? We do plan on writing our own vows. I have these cute little books I want to show you guys later that I got. I have a lot of bridal stuff I want to show you guys in a video. I guess maybe I could do like a bridal haul because I've been buying everything like engaged, fiance, wifey, bride, like all of that kind of stuff. If you guys want to see that, give this video a thumbs up so I know. So after we get married, I'm sure that our relationship is going to change. I think that I'm really excited, but I'm kind of nervous, mainly for the fact that I've never lived anywhere except my house. I didn't go to college out of state or even live in a dorm or anything like that. I've never lived anywhere but this room all my life pretty much. So I think that's going to be an adjustment. It's not necessarily like a sad one, but I think that it's just going to be like surreal for a little while. I almost felt like I could get emotional just then. That was weird. I was like, it's not a sad thing, but it is kind of sad, you know? Just to change what you're used to. And I think that that's going to be the biggest change to get used to, is just both of us getting used to being like with another person all the time and not in our own homes, because Dustin's pretty much lived, he did go out of state for college, or in state but out of town, and live in a dorm and all that, so he kind of got more of that experience, and that's not so new to him. But I know it'll be an adjustment for us not to be with our families because we're our own family now. I think one quick other thing about that, the way that our relationship is going to change, we've talked about this and I'm really excited for this part. So something that's happening right now a lot, not that it's like happening more, I think we're just more aware of it, trying to rush to one another's house like after work to hang out for a little bit. For me, that's especially hard because on Tuesdays, Thursdays, like last night, I worked until 9. So to go to Dustin's house, which is 30 minutes away from my house, but really close to my work, it's like you only get a little bit of time to hang out, you know? So I think it's just going to be different and amazing to not have to like rush to your home. You're going to be at home all the time with each other. Not all the time, but you guys know what I'm saying? Like, we won't have to leave each other, and that's going to be a good thing. Are both of your families supportive of your engagement? Yes, I love Dustin's family so much. They've been amazing, and have never, ever, for 5 seconds of knowing them, made me feel like that I did not belong, or that they were not welcoming of me, or that they didn't love me. Like, they've loved me from the beginning, which has been a big blessing, because I've had it very different before. And my family loves Dustin. He actually, I'm stepping on the engagement story now, but he asked for my parents' permission, so I thought that was really sweet too. So this is something that was asked like way at the beginning, like when we were first engaged, but are you thinking already about color schemes for the wedding? And if so, what are they? This is how I will answer that question. So I did not spend any time, like as a little girl, planning this big elaborate wedding, like having a dream dress, having a dream venue, or anything. And I'm not going to say that that was a bad thing for me. Like, I don't feel like my childhood was less complete not having all of that sorted out, but it made planning a lot more difficult, especially when I'm paying for the wedding pretty much myself for everything. Dustin is helping me where he can help me, and I have family that is blessed me enough to be able to help me too. And other than that, like this gal. So when I was planning, a lot of stuff was happening within my family as well. I told you guys on my Instagram, and I think I did a video too, a brief little clip where I told you that my brother had attempted suicide a few times this year, and it was kind of like around the same time as all of this, which I know, like, I don't know how to say this so that it doesn't sound how it's going to sound anyways, but it's just hard to focus on something happy when that's happening. So I think that everyone, myself included, our minds have been preoccupied kind of with that instead of like with the engagement. So then afterwards, like after a month or two, I was like, I have to plan this now. Like, I'm still so busy in my mind thinking about other stuff, but not planning it's not going to get it planned. For the proposal actual story time. So the Wednesday that it happened, I go that morning and I get my nails done, and me and Dustin are texting like normal, and he had told me that we were going to go that day to take pictures at this park that, this is funny too, I'm going to say this right here and say it all throughout the story. When I told this story, everybody was like, and you didn't know that something was like going on? And I genuinely had no idea. So go to get your nails done. Again, not suspicious because I knew he was going to ask on Monday. Go to get my nails done. He told me we were going to take pictures. That wasn't suspicious because that's something that for a long time we did every single month in the same exact spot. We took a picture to kind of like watch how we would grow and change and like whatever. We weren't able to do it for a long time, and I told him that I wanted to go back and do that again. So we made it a point to go on that day, and I was like, yeah, okay, because I've said something, still not suspicious. So we were texting each other, and he told me that he was at his grandma's house doing something, and a couple other things that I didn't think anything of. I get to his house, and we're going to have lunch, and one of the times he told me that he went to his grandma's house twice, and one time he said that he went for his mom, to pick something up for his mom. And so when we're eating lunch at his house, Dustin said something about going to his grandma's house, and his mom said, oh, you went over there today. And Dustin was kind of like, yeah, because you asked me to. Like, don't blow my cover. Never did anything like occur funny to me, anything. I'm just like eating my wrap from Chick-fil-A, like, yeah, okay. So, didn't faze me. Then we went, I feel like, to do one other thing before we got there, but we drove over to the park. The place that we take the pictures at is like up a hill kind of. So normally we drive in this way. Well, this way was blocked off. Like, it had what I couldn't tell if it was like police tape or like a party banner from tree to tree, and you couldn't drive up that hill. So I was like, Dustin, I don't think that we should go up there. We're going to have to like take our pictures somewhere else because they obviously have that marked off. And he's like, no, instead of going up this way, we'll like park over here and go up the back, like walk up the back. And I was completely freaking out at this point. I was very cranky, or as me and Dustin call it, crankers. And I was just not about it because I was so certain we were going to get in trouble. So we start walking up the back of this hill, and the whole time I'm like, I don't think we should do this. I don't think we should go up here. I'm not going to go. I'm going to stay down here. You go check it out. I'm not going. I'm not going to go up there. And Dustin's like, we'll take one quick picture and then we'll leave. Like, we'll just take one picture up here and then we'll go. It'll be fine. Again, nothing's funny to me. Nothing seems strange. Nothing's out of the ordinary. It's just me freaking out. Well, we're walking up and something catches my eye and I look over and it's a camera, like a GoPro, but in my mind, in my panic, I couldn't think that it was a GoPro. I was like, it's a police camera for sure. Like hidden in leaves and like behind sticks and stuff. Still does not ring a bell to me that this could be it because I was so sure it was going to happen on Monday. So I like make eye contact with it and I was like, Dustin, there are cameras up here. We are not supposed to be up here. I'm leaving. He's like, no, it's fine. Where's the camera? I don't see a camera. And I was like, right there. So I'm like pointing at it and he was like, well, that's weird, but I don't know. Maybe it's like surveillance or whatever his like excuse was for it. And I still was just like, we're not supposed to be up here. Well, then I look over and there was a like a trail cam around a tree. And I was like, Dustin, there are 2 cameras here. We are not supposed to be up here. So then he's like, let me go up to the top of this hill, which there was like a pavilion on. He's like, let me go up there, see if anything is going on up there, like if it's a birthday party or something. And then, you know, we'll know more. I'm an idiot. And I was like, yeah, okay, I guess, but we're not supposed to be up here. I just know that, okay? So he goes up the hill. He's gone for what feels like forever. And in my head, I'm like, well, I guess the police have got him. I'm just going to wait for them to come get me. Completely irrational thoughts, only because I thought we were going to get in trouble. So Dustin eventually runs back down, is like, there's nothing up there. Still doesn't occur to me to be like, well, then what were you doing up there for like several minutes? Like it takes 5 seconds to go up there and look and see if something's going on. Doesn't occur. So he's like, let me set the timer on my camera. We'll take our pictures like we always do. I always set a timer. We always take pictures this way. We'll take one picture and then we'll be done and then we'll leave. Freaking out. Well, then at this point I noticed that Dustin, when he's fooling with his camera, is shaking so bad. I mean like this shaking. And I said, why are you shaking? And he said, because you're making me nervous. And I said, because we're not supposed to be up here. So we're like borderline argument right now. And he sets his camera and he runs over to me and he pulls out a ring and asks me to marry him. At which point I was just like so off guard. I could not believe that he managed to surprise me, even though I knew for a fact it was happening Monday. Like for sure I knew. So my direct response to Dustin when he asked was not, oh my gosh, yes. It was a series of questions. I said, what, why, and then I think I said, are you serious? Or some other question. So then I made him stand up and hug me, and then while he was hugging me, he asked me, did you even see the ring? Like, I didn't even look at it. I was just in disbelief that this was actually happening, and that it was happening on this day that I didn't see it coming. So I was hugging him, and he's like, did you see the ring? And I was like, no. And we just keep on hugging, and I'm like all blubbery. And then he gets back down on a knee to put my ring on, and I look at it and just like get weak in the knees because it's so beautiful. You guys have seen my ring before. The sun is about to be my enemy. You guys ask me all the time also what this little thing is. I've had it. It's like a birthmark or something weird for pretty much all my life, so my ring did not do that. But it's so pretty. I did not give Dustin any specifications for like what kind of ring I did want or did not want. He picked this out solely on his own opinion, and he told me he wanted something that would sparkle from every direction that you looked at it from. To finish up the rest of that story, we go up the hill, and the reason it took him so long was because my brother, his brother, Drew, was at the top and had put a mic on him, like under his shirt, taped it and everything. And Drew actually was there for like ever waiting on us, and it was so hot that day, and Drew's face was red, and I felt so bad for him. But I walk up the hill, and he says, hey sis, and I get all blubbery again. And they had all of our pictures laid out, pretty much that we'd ever taken together, but a lot of them that were in that same spot. And then he had cookies and Coke with Dustin and Sarah on them, and it was so sweet.
Drew's taking a picture of all the photos that will be arranged. It's just a preliminary setup. Here we are, it's me and Drew. You are at the nail salon getting your nails done, but we're here setting up and scouting camera placement for today and figuring out where everything's gonna go and what everything's gonna look like. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. Drew's in your spot. That's him. And yeah.
That's our proposal story. It's my favorite. I'm a little bit biased, so I'm not gonna lie. I have tons of videos for you guys that I'm going to film about wedding stuff. If there's something specific that you guys want to know about, let me know so I can film that. I'm going to do a video on how I've planned for pretty much every part of it, but also I have my dress, and I'm going to do a video on that. I was thinking a third thing. Oh, if you guys want like a haul of like bridal stuff, I have everything. Like I have my shoes, I have my dress, I have my veil, I have like stuff to wear on the honeymoon as far as like little hats and shirts, and over here, I don't know if you guys can tell, but underneath my red robe, I have a silky robe that's like my bridal robe I'm going to wear when I'm getting ready. I have tons of stuff, so if you guys want to haul on that, that sounds so fun to me because I've been obsessed with buying that kind of stuff. Let me know. Also, if you know where to buy more stuff like that, not that I even need to, let me know because I probably will end up getting more than I can handle, which is pretty much already what I have now. If there's any other specific videos that you guys want me to do in regards to the wedding or anything like that, let me know. I'm going to have a videographer the day of the wedding, so you guys will be able to see that, which is so exciting and sweet to me too. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If there's anything at all that you guys ever want to see from me, let me know. Hopefully now that I have all of this other stuff worked out, which I've been pretty vocal about on social media as far as the computer, the editor, the this, the that, like everything's gotten in my way for filming and for editing and for uploading. I think I have it all worked out now though, so hopefully we are good to go. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you want to see that bridal haul, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
So I've been texting you and you don't even know it, but I just went in and bought a ring to propose to you with. Yeah, we're gonna get that. They said it'd take a couple days to get it to set the ring, the diamond in the ring, and then yeah, then we'll come after I propose and get it sized for your finger.